Hey, what's up guys, I'm Lan here. Welcome back to a new video on my channel. So in this video, we're going to talk about iOS 15.6 update on my iPhone 13. So yesterday night, Apple has released iOS 15.6 for public. And as you can see from the screenshot, it came in about 555.6 MB on my iPhone 13. So previously I was running on iOS 15.5. So if you're updating from iOS 15.5 to 15.6, this should be a fairly small size update. So it should be between 500 to 600 MB. So in this video, we're going to talk about what's new with this update. And if you are new here and happen to enjoy this kind of videos, do give this video a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to the channel. Now with that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so the first things first, let me go to the settings and let me go to the general and about section. If I tap on the about section and software version, as you can see, the iOS version says 15.6 and the new build number is 19G71. And also we have a new modem firmware update. If you're coming from iOS 15.5 and upgrading to iOS 15.6, at least for my iPhone 13, the new modem firmware is 1.70.01. I had taken a screenshot, let me show you. So before updating it was 1.61.00 and after upgrading the modem firmware has been updated to 1.70.01. Now if you are on iOS 15.5 and not able to see the updates, then go to this software updates and click on this automatic updates, turn this off and make sure you're connected to the Wi-Fi and then check for the updates. You should be definitely be able to get iOS 15.6 update. Now that we are done talking about the update details, then let's talk about what's new with this update. So very first thing, there's a new Safari feature that allows you to close all your existing open tabs. So if you go to the settings and click on Safari and then click on the close tabs or the close the pop-ups or clear history and website data, if you do that, it says clear history and data. If you tap it on again, so it says that now do you also want to close tabs. So it will basically, along with clearing your cache and history, it will ask you whether you want to close the existing tabs or not. So that's a nice touch, I should say. So that's there. Apart from that, there are changes here and there. There are communication safeties, to be honest, but I couldn't find that because I don't have my family members added to this Apple account who is under 18. So if you have a family member who is under 18 and you have added that to your Apple account, then you should go to your screen on time, and once you go to your screen on time, then you should be able to see that. As you can see in screen time, you should have a communication safety. That feature is not available for me because I don't have a family member added to my Apple account who's under 18. So there are minor changes here and there as well. And also now with iOS 15.6, if you receive an international call, then you would have the option to put it to spam or junk, or you can actually receive the call. So that bifurcation is now present with iOS 15.6. Apart from that, there are little changes within the code, but not major changes, as we know that these are probably the last updates of iOS 15, and already iOS 16 has been released to developers and developers beta. So you can check that out as well. Now talking about the battery life, because this is the most asked question, or this is the most asked thing that I get on my channel. So let's have a look at the battery life. So after updating to iOS 15.6, I did not lose battery health. So before updating it was 100%, and after updating as well the battery health is 100%. Now talking about the battery life, it would be too soon to talk about the battery life because I've just installed the iOS 15.6 yesterday night. But talking about the battery life is actually was pretty good with iOS 15.5. Considering my iPhone 13, I did not have major issues running through a day without charging twice the iPhone. I could actually easily run through a day with my iPhone 13. So probably in the follow-up or the review video I will talk more about the battery life, but then again I expect the battery life to be stable because these are almost, we have been using iOS 15 for an year, so at least at this last update should be stable enough. Now talking about the performance has never been an issue with these latest iPhones. So the performance is good, there is no issue at all. But one thing I would like to talk about is heating. So many people have commented me when I posted my iOS 15 video as well. Even I have used iPhone 12 as well. They probably say that I am playing games on my iPhone, and then after playing games the iPhone gets heated up. So in summer times, if you live in India, that's actually pretty normal, to get your iPhone a little heated up if you're playing games or regularly on call or doing something. So the best way to identify whether the iPhone is getting heated up or overheated is to go to your settings and check the battery consumption. So if you go to the battery and let the graph load, so you can see that in the background these all applications are running. So the top application which is consuming most of the battery is Microsoft Teams. So if you see that some of the applications are taking most of your battery life, so then you should decide whether to keep that application or whether you can actually remove that application. So that's the best way to find out. And apart from that, the heating issue should be actually resolved with iOS 15.6. And also one more fact is about the iPhone storage. So if I click on the general and click on iPhone storage, I know many people have been complaining about this a lot of iPhone storage has been taken up by system data. If I go down, as you can see, there are two things, iOS and system data. And I've told this many times before, the system data goes up and down. Sometimes, as at the moment, it is 12.84 GB. So yesterday night it was 11 GB, and before updating it was actually 15 GB. So this basically goes up and down, and actually iOS basically manages this part of data, considering whether new updates are taking most part of your system storage or it is taking less, depending on the application and other internal stuff. So you don't basically need to worry about this unless it is too much and your phone shows up that you have left with no iPhone storage. So you should not worry about that. And talking about the iPhone storage issue, it should be resolved by now. So these are some of the factors regarding the bug fixes I want to talk about that has been fixed with iOS 15.6. and also many of you are actually interested in Geekbench Score. So I ran the Geekbench Score this morning. As you can see from the screenshot, or should I say the application, the single core score came in about 1740 and multi-core score came about 4593. Although this benchmarks have been run by me this morning, I would say after typically a week when I do the follow-up review, probably that time the scores would be much improved, because just yesterday night I have installed this update and there are a lot of things goes in the background. Immediately once you run the Geekbench 5 score after updating your iPhone. So probably that time would be a better time to discuss about the performance and the benchmarking score. But with the help of this video, I just wanted to let you know that I have received iOS 15.6 update on my iPhone 13. So if you have an iPhone and that is running iOS 15, now you should see that iOS 15.6 update, and definitely this update is not about all new features. This update is also about bug fixes and security updates. So if you're someone who's been using iOS 15 for a long time, then I would definitely suggest you to install iOS 15.6, as this contains not only new features, also it contains the important security updates and bug fixes. So definitely you should consider installing iOS 15.6. So then again, that's it for this video. I just wanted to let you know about the iOS 15.6 new features and the bug fixes, and whether you should install iOS 15.6 whether if you are on iOS 15.5. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give this video a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to the channel. That motivates me a lot, and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye.